Hi, people, good to see you. Now, if you are someone who understands the Nigerian culture, the traditional way of doing things in Nigeria, you would know that it is not a new thing for parents when they are old and frail to move in with their children, and then it is time for the children to care for them, nurture them until their passing. But it is a new thing for Nigerians to start seeing nursing homes, care homes, places that are built and just established to take care of parents who are ill, who are really old on behalf of their children. This new development has touched a lot of nerves in the Nigerian society, and the real conservative Nigerians, the ones who are traditional to the core, are coming up online to say no, it is a taboo. You cannot drop your parents in a nursing home. Of course, people do love their parents, but there are reasons as to why people move their parents to nursing home. And I am going to list some of the reasons for you before we dive into the real matter. The first reason why most people drop their parents in nursing home is due to migration. You will not argue with me. Nigerians, a lot of Nigerians are jackpying, preparing to jackpot, and some have already jackpot. Like Nigerians migrate a lot. So most percentage of Nigerians right now do not even reside in this country. It's quite difficult for them to move their parents to come live with them abroad. So they have to come together and look for ways to care for their parents. Instead of leaving your old sick mother or father to be at home to take care of them, or bring in relatives that you don't even trust, they would rather just move their parents to this nursing home. So if you are not in the country and you want to be at peace that your parents are in good hands or they are being cared for the right way, moving them to a nursing home should not be an issue. Another reason is because most millennials and even the generation before millennials don't have that time. Majority of them are busy. People are really out there struggling, hustling on how to survive. So imagine somebody who has a 9 to 5 job. It's better for most of them to just move their parents to nursing home and maybe go visit them during the weekend instead of abandoning the parents at home. Then we have the issue of special treatment, maybe due to ailments. Most of these nursing or these old people homes offer medical care and medical assistance. So if the parents are sick and is beyond the children's control, they can decide to move their children to a nursing home. I don't see why this is causing a lot of arguments online, especially on Facebook. So there are family issues where some children would decide not to take care of the parents and maybe push the responsibility on their siblings. The other siblings will be like, oh, me, I can't, I don't have that time. So instead of arguing, it is better for them to just decide and move their parents to a nursing home. And then we have the reason where the parents, the mom or the dad, will decide to be in a nursing home. Yes, there are issues like that where most parents will be like, we have the money, don't bother, don't leave me at home all by myself. I would rather be in a nursing home where I can meet my peers, people who are or maybe the same age range with me, people I have maybe experienced life with, people who I can communicate with. Because at the end of the day, all these people in the nursing home that are being cared for, most of them may be within the same age. Okay, so while I look for the particular post, I really want to tell everybody you watching now that please, you have to know why you are having kids. Because if you are having kids just because you need someone to take care of you when you are old, you may end up being disappointed, you may end up being failed in life. Because trust me, I live in a remote small community and I have seen lots and lots of old people being left all by themselves in their house, in their homes. I live in a village, okay? Most of them, their children are abroad, their children are in the towns working, sending money to other relatives to come and take care of them. Some of them will just come drop something in the morning and then abandon this old people under themselves. You will just be walking on the street and you will see an old person just lonely sitting by themselves in the front of their house. Is it not better that these people are taken to a place where they can meet their peers and just be seeing people that they can talk with, gist with, and have a time of their life? Please tell me your opinion. I know most people will come for me, but let's be reasonable, let's be logical in our thinking. I don't see myself as someone who would leave her mom, because I only have one parent, in a nursing home, because I am more than capable of bringing my mom to come live with me, taking good care of her, or even bringing someone to live with her just to accompany her, just to be a gist body in the house. But people have reasons. Not everybody can do this, especially in my generation. According to the OP, he went to an old people home or a care home, and he posted on his page, sad with crying emojis. Life is indeed a mystery. I found myself reflecting deeply today after seeing pictures of a home for the elderly. Okay, he didn't visit the place, but he saw pictures of a home for the elderly. So people will carry a pregnancy for 9 months and give birth, and then dedicate their entire life to training their child from infancy through adulthood. The sleepless nights, the sacrifice, the prayers, the hard work, all poured into shaping life. And kudos to all our parents, our mothers, fathers, for all the sacrifices that they have made to bring up responsible individuals, people who are really giving back to the society. Yet, the same child, after growing up and becoming successful, may turn around and take the parent to a home where strangers are left to look after them. Because most people drop their parents in nursing home does not mean they have abandoned their parents. Yeah, this was what I said initially. Why are we having kids? Because we don't want to be lonely when we are old, because we may end up being disappointed. The generation coming up do not really give 2 cents about all of this. So let's be prepared mentally, let's be prepared financially, let's be prepared physically for old age. I'm just saying this out loud. Okay, is this truly the reward of parenthood? It shouldn't be the reward of parenthood. Honestly, it shouldn't, abandoning your parents or our parents. But most of these people here, trust me, are sick. Most of them are immobile. They really need caregivers, they need care assistants, people who are trained to actually do this. Yo, if you have not lived with an old person before, most times it is easier said than done. I have lived with one. It is not easy taking care of someone who is old. They poo on their body, they pee on their body, they are always weak, you force feed them. It takes a toll on you, the young person taking care of them. I have been there, I've worn that through, so I know it is not easy, especially when this particular old person involved is sick and maybe cannot move. So it's important to bring in a professional, someone who is trained to do the job, and you can pay them. But that does not mean you have to abandon your parents. You can bring in the professional to come to your house to take care of them if you can. But if you are not in the country, or maybe you are not disposed to do this, taking your parents to a nursing home and not abandoning them should not be something that people would attack you for. The thought alone brought tears to my eyes. Indeed, the times have changed. Yes, the times have changed and they are still changing. Trust me, the generation coming up will still bring in a lot of changes. Things are changing. You will never hear of something like this maybe 5 years ago, or 10 years ago, or 15 years ago. Your parents, your grandparents must live with you. Who are you going to leave them for? If possible, they are being rotated around the children, like they will live with these children for a time and then move on, just like that, to take away maybe the burden from one child and then they are moved to another, they will spend some time there and then they are moved to another one. It's always easier that way. Still, I say it is well. Let us not forget that old age is a stage of life every one of us hopes to reach. Treating our parents with love and dignity is not just a moral duty, it is a seed we are sowing for ourselves. Yes, honestly. But trust me, taking care of your parent does not mean that your own child will be like that. People differ. There was a time people would say, oh, if you don't take care of your parent, your children will not take of you. I have seen scenarios where the case is different. Okay. I love the fact that we Nigerians are always considerate. We take it as a cultural thing to take care of our parents. There are a lot of things that are not normal, that are abnormal in our societies. And people taking their parents to nursing homes is not an abnormal, is not a bad thing, okay? It is not. Because the nursing homes are not even cheap. They are not. Trust me. But what I would employ the people taking their parents to nursing homes to do is try as much as possible to go spend time with your parents. Do not abandon them and leave them dying alone and sad all by themselves. No, please do not. Let's not do that. If possible, they can live with you and then you pay a professional to come take care of them in the home, like just come care for them and then go, so that they can have that sense of belonging, that sense of family. Okay, it's really important. It's not good for parents to live life to this last stage and then end up dying lonely without family and loved ones around them. Now let's see what Nigerians have to say in the comment section. I am always for comments because I know only my opinion doesn't matter. It's good to hear from other people. Maybe my mind would be changed. Maybe my take on this can change. Someone can actually convince me from the comments. Okay, so let's see what people have to say. This person is saying, I don't know why most people are blaming the wives. As a man, it is not the responsibility of your wife to care for your parents. So, for your parents, she can only do that by choice, not by force. It is your sole responsibility or the responsibility of your sisters to care for your parents, not your wife. If you want to employ the services of your wife, discuss with her and both of you should agree. Don't force it on her. Obviously, before this person made the comment, maybe there are other comments that I did not come across that are blaming daughter-in-laws. Daughter-in-laws are not the enemy, okay? Because it's a thing in Nigeria where families are always, majority of families are always against daughter-in-laws. Please, we should outgrow that. That should be in the past, okay? This generation, let's do things differently. Let's change. As a man, like you said, it's your responsibility to care for your mother or your father. Your sister's the same. Your wife is a daughter that was brought into the family by marriage, not by blood. So if you really want maybe your wife to care for your mother, talk it out. This is why you see most people taking their mothers or fathers to nursing home. I told you, people have reasons. So imagine a family where maybe the wife is not inquiring, like she's saying, oh, I cannot take care of your mother. I can't. I can't. So what will you do? Will you abandon your mother in the village? It's better to bring them maybe to the city, put them in a nursing home, or even in the village, you can employ someone to just take care of them, just for peace to reign. But as a daughter-in-law, let's try to show that love to our Asian in-laws as well. He is saying, so if my mom is sick, I will call upon my brother's wife to care for her while I am doing what? Exactly. Exactly. You should be the one taking care of your mother. But if your wife wants to assist, that's nice. That is fine. If you know you have the finance, you can always employ someone to do it. A burden. God, don't let me be a burden to my children. Don't let my parents be a burden to me. May God keep making my parents strong and healthy. I tell you, if you have not worn this shoe, you will not know if it is painful or not. Taking care of a sick old person is not for the weak. Most people tried it, they could not. It's taking a toll on them, it's affecting their jobs, their career, their family, their mental health. So they have to just employ the help and the service of others. I am a nurse slash caregiver by profession. I actually have a different perspective about this post. This is what I said. Convince me. Let me see it from your own perspective and see if maybe my take would change. Most clients' relatives bring in their parents or spouse to the facility for different reasons, and majority, like, different reasons. People have reasons for doing things, so don't think that everybody is mad or everybody is wicked. And not majorly because they feel the person in question is a burden to them. To be honest with you, it is not easy caring for the elderly, especially if it is someone that has urinary or fecal inconvenience. Exactly what I said before. And you have to change her diapers frequently, or it is someone you have to assist carry from one position to another. If you are doing that alone, you might end up putting yourself at risk of spinal stenosis, mental, physical and emotional stress. So it is advisable to pay regular visits to your loved one whilst they are being cared for by experts at the care home. Hannah, thank you so much. Your comment was perfect. This is what I want people to know. Okay, it's not always like that. The way we see things, they are not always like that. This one is from boldness. She's saying sad reality. It boils down to how they were to their children. It's not always the case. It's not always the case. Okay, yes, we may have got terrible people who are selfish, but at the same time, it boils down to how they started the family. Well, that may be a reason, but it's not always the case. So, sorry, this may sound different from our emotions right now, but of a truth, parents should learn to prioritize their children when they are still young and strong. Be intentional and a reasonable parent. Create meaningful bonds with their children. Okay, I see where you are coming from, bonus, and this is really a very good point. If you are not close with your kids, most of them are always even looking for an escape route even before they are of age. And once like they have that freedom, they just cut you off. They don't even want to sit with you and have any discussion with you. So once the old age is here, it is easier for them to just pick the parents and drop them somewhere, because the bond is not there, the closeness, the relationship is not. Moving on, no matter how busy a child is, there is always a way to create time and support to their aging parents if there was a relationship between them. I have been saying this, that as a parent, if you aren't ready to be intentional parents, get ready to save your pensions for old age. Wow, I love this. That pension is for caregivers, because a child you aren't attached to when he or she was young would be attached to you at old age. Sorry, I don't do emotions on things like this no more. Wow. You see, people are changing. I said it before, people are changing, especially this generation. Stephanie is saying, LOL, are the nursing homes free? Who will provide money for taking care of them in the nursing home? So the kids providing for their parents over there are not taking care of them. You will bring your parents and dump for your wife, who also has parents to dump for who? Everyone's parents should go to nursing home. Let their kids focus on the finances that takes care of them. These hot takes are always coming from men. You will think they are the ones doing the actual caregiving. Okay, this one is, I'm working and planning my retirement in a care home. It will be a very nice one. I will have people my age and we will play games and watch TV. So, but me and you, we are like we are reasoning in the same direction, because if my children are not ready, I'm that person who live life with ease. Nothing should be stressing me. If my kids are not ready, I will take myself to a nursing home and live life with my, because me, I love my friends. I love people my age. Instead of me to sit at home alone, just watching TV and maybe seeing my grandkids, and maybe I'm just moping at them, because by that time you know the brain. It's better I just stay with my pets, be vibing together, putting stories of how our 20s, our 30s, our 40s, even our teenage years, how life was. Those are the good things that people need to experience while aging. My children will be working and raising their families. They will come visit. At that stage in life, I will need all round care and they might not be in the position to give it. We all know the world has become increasingly difficult. I am not expecting my son's wife to look after me. No, thank you. I would want to like really end this here, but before I do, like people are saying, kids are not retirement plan. Prepare your mind, prepare your brain that aging will come. You will get old, you will get free. Try as much as possible not to feel disappointed if things do not go as planned. So try to make that retirement plan ahead. Lay down your choices, what you want to do, have that discussion with your children. And if you don't have kids, make sure you have this done maybe with your lawyer or someone who is standing in for you, that once I'm at this age, please move me to so and place. This is the money set aside with this, so that we can age cruising. We can pass on cruising and not be lonely. So contrary to what most people are saying, oh, you will die lonely if you don't have kids, you will die lonely. Please know that the world is changing. If you don't have anybody, don't feel bad, don't feel sad, don't think that, oh, the world is moving on without you in it. Continue to live your life to the fullest. Save and prepare yourself. Once you know your age or maybe things are starting to change, have that discussion with your legal, maybe your lawyer, someone who is in charge of all your legal activities, your properties, and have them, just sort it out. Okay, there are ways to do these things. Thank you so much for watching. Please, I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe. We are at 42 subscribers now. Let's make this 100. Please, if you are watching my videos, I implore you to subscribe. This is your own way of supporting my channel and helping me grow. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.